It's 9. We'll give it one more minute, and then we'll get started.
Hey, Carl, it's Adam.
Hey, yeah, I hope you recognize me in my plane office.
Yes, sir. And I'm back in mine. I'm out in the field. We're setting up for a press conference right here at McCutcheon House. So I want to let you know I was listening, and but I'm going to turn video off so that way people don't get motion sickness here.
I was going to say I forgot my Dramamine, so
gotcha.
Now Rich is here, so we can start.
All right.
Rolling.
Thank you.
Good morning. All right. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the plane offices of the Columbia, the world headquarters of the Columbia Chamber. We do appreciate Adam hosting us last week. To be honest, we probably looked a heck of a lot better, but today it felt like an old pair of shoes just coming back and plain old me. So sorry for that, to bother y'all with just the plain version, but we're gonna go. All right. I feel like this is deja vu all over again. Yogi Berra's famous quote, "What is going on? It's exactly the same thing that happened last week and the week before." It feels like it is crazy. We got more earthquakes. We got more bad weather all over the country. The darn groundhog saw us. We got 6 more weeks of winter, but all that can't be worse than the day that Mark Zuckerberg had yesterday, right? I mean, holy cow. I don't know how rich you have to be to lose 30 billion on paper and not feel it, but wow, that's amazing. For those that didn't say, the market, Meta didn't meet its forecasting, and so they dropped 26% yesterday. They lost $260 billion, and of that, Zuckerberg stock was worth about 30 billion that he lost yesterday. Wow, that is not a good day. Anyway, he'll make it back up, I'm sure, but that's painful. Let's hit the high stuff. So the market volatility is going to be coming around. I guess earnings are coming through. I expect next couple of weeks up and down the market. Oil prices all-time 7-year high as well. But the good news, the Olympics started, so we can all sit home and watch figure skating and downhill slaloming and all that fun stuff. I do love the Olympics. It is weird to see those stadiums empty for a lot of these. It's got to be hard for the athletes as well to perform in an environment where there's nobody there, but we wish them well. I do love we had I should have put that as the question for everybody. Do y'all like the Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics better? Since I don't love cold weather, I actually like watching on TV. That's weird, I know, but I'm fascinated at the trick stuff and all the things that they do in the Winter Olympics. So I actually am looking forward to it. All right, closer to home, South Carolina. Again, back to the deja vu. Medical marijuana in the Senate. That's all they're doing. They probably got another week or so of that before they get bored and want to come up with a compromise. But on the House side, the House did some stuff this week. Congratulations to Daniel Coble, new judge for Richland County, son of Bob Coble, was elected to take. There's a retirement going on of Judge Casey Manning. Many of y'all know Casey is the voice of the Gamecock men's basketball, but had a storied career. I think he's from Dillon originally, but played basketball at USC, and he's going to retire from the bench. And so Judge Daniel Coble will take his spot. But also, the House advanced 2 bills this week of note. One, to reduce the personal income tax rate from 7% down to 6% over the next 5 years. And they also advanced a bill that we've been working on for 7 years, which is the elimination of taxing military retirement pay. There are currently 35 states in the country that do not tax military's retirement check. So whatever they get in from the government, it's not taxed on the state level. And it's a competitiveness issue right now for us. If we want to keep, we need additional workers, and the military trains a heck of a good soldier, and companies are trying to get them as much as they can because they've got a good work ethic. But it's hard to compete when you've got 100% of your income is not taxed in some states and it is in some others. And so we're at a competitive disadvantage. And we did partial appeal of that a couple of years ago. I think it went down to like 30% that we don't tax. For some reason, Senator Leatherman did not want to do that at all. And so now we've got a new opportunity. So taking advantage of that. So thanks to the House for doing that. I think it's a big step. You know, I'll be honest with you, I complain about taxes all the time, mainly for Richland County, but they're property taxes. Income taxes, if you're taxed at a high level, 7%, it's a competitive disadvantage to other states. North Carolina and Georgia are really going to be kicking our butts in the next few years because they have taken drastic measures in reducing their taxable liability. For us, at the end of the day, our income taxes aren't that bad. If you own your own property, it ain't that bad. So I think we're ranked 11th state, best state to live in from a tax standpoint, just total taxable liability. We're ranked the 11th best state. But anyway, I do think we had to address the individual income tax because of North Carolina and Georgia. So kudos to the state. I think it's going to cost $760 million bucks, but I do think it's worth it over the long haul. All right, so good to them. Also want to give a shout out, by the way, many of y'all may know Robert Bolches. Robert's a longtime Columbia attorney. The Senate has Medical Affairs Office or Committee has recommended his name for approval to be the chair of DHEC. And we've not had a chair of DHEC in the Midlands in a long, long time. But Robert's a great guy, and I wish him well in that role. The next step is mainly a formality of getting full Senate approval. So let's talk about local stuff. Really was pleased and appreciative that Sheriff Leon Lott and Police Chief Skip Holbrook joined us on Issues Tuesday morning. Really informative. Some of it's problems that we've had for a long time. Some have just gotten worse. But specifically in Richland County, in the month of January, we had a shooting every single day. Every single day in Richland County in the month of January. There were 23 homicides in 2021, all of them solved in Richland County, or at least there was an arrest made in each of the cases of a murder. But the gun crimes are a significant challenge for both the sheriff and the chief. And things that y'all can do, and we did a little bit of stuff with the police last year on a PR campaign, but we need to continue to do that, quite frankly. The biggest culprit right now is people leaving their doors unlocked at night, and the number of guns stolen out of unlocked vehicles is staggering. I was like, holy cow. So this may be adding to the list of getting your shots, wear your mask, driving in the right lane, and lock your damn doors. It is crazy. So that was their plea to help. Really, I think 40% of the guns stolen last year were in unlocked cars. I think that's right. But it was unbelievably high number. So, but appreciate them. I think they're two fine gentlemen. You know, Leon's been doing this a long time. He is over the last several election cycles, he's got more votes than anybody else in Richland County. I mean, he's a solid politician, but he cares deeply, and I really appreciate their willingness to sit with us. And Skip's doing a good job as well. We've got, in some zip codes, the crime is through the roof, but we need to help him as much as we can. And so if he's asking us to lock our doors, we're going to lock our doors. All right. Moving on, a couple of new businesses opening up couple not are closing its doors. They've been in the paper or the media lately. Sorry to say, Drip Coffee in downtown Columbia has closed its doors. I think that's a product more of the location than anything else. That building had a bunch of tenants that had left or have not come back because of the pandemic. And so I think that's been the biggest issue there, is traffic, not necessarily finding workforce. But anyway, I hate that. But I was really interested to see Dash Mart. Sorry, I don't really use DoorDash, right? But anyway, Dash Mart's opening up in downtown Columbia on the corner of Assembly and Lady Street, being 2 blocks down from us. But they deliver goods and services like a convenience store to your door in a Dash. It's awesome. But hitting the university marketplace and the office market, and I think what you're going to see is interesting. The more condos and the more apartments that are being built in downtown Columbia, you're going to see a lot of these convenient type businesses pop up, which is good. We get lazier. It's awesome. You know what? I don't need to go to the store and buy a pint of ice cream. I can get it delivered. Perfect. Right to your door, 10 o'clock at night, whatever. All right. So we've got a lot of other restaurants that we saw popped up this week, and it really is astounding. Maybe a banker or somebody could explain it to me, but when a time that it's hard to find workers, restaurants and retail opening up is interesting. I'll just say it. I wish them well. So, but the good news is we have more choices in Columbia. And for those that complain that we don't have choices, we got them now. So make sure you use them, or you definitely will lose them. So anyway, all right. Other things to note. I was a little, well, I'll just read it as I wrote it. The FBI put out a warning this week to be wary of the romance scams. I kid you not. Last year alone, $280 million was stolen out of romance scams, and 4.4 million in South Carolina alone. You've been warned, okay, everybody. Someone out of blue texts you, says they love you. Sit on your wallet. All right, what else? That's it for me. What's happening with y'all? Tell me some good news, somebody.
Well, good morning. This is Jacqueline Bowman of G Your Dog Smells Terrific.
How are you?
I'm always looking to serve you guys in whatever capacity I can for your pets. For those of you who don't know, I'm a pet holistic practitioner. I can teach you how to cook raw. I can teach you how to just cook for your pet. If you're still feeding kibble, even if you think it's a high grade, give me a call. Let's talk about that for a moment. Let's see what that looks like. The biggest thing I do is advocate for our silent partners, who are our fur babies, our pets. There's not any real governance for pets, especially on a natural and holistic level. Lots of pets are taking steroids and Apoquel and all of these things in the name of allergies. And I do know sometimes that's necessary to get skin and coat health under control. But I'd like to caution you as you're approaching these modalities for healing your pets, to do your part, educate yourself, because like leaving a door unlocked is dangerous. So is not understanding what you're putting in your pet's body. So I would be remiss not to mention that here as an advocate for the pets. But beyond that, I have partnered with Palmetto Lifeline. I have always been in support of them. And I currently have an article on page 7 in their new Post and Furrier. So if you haven't seen that, go over to them, take a look in there, get to know who I am, guys. Feel free to get my name off the Chamber's website. Give me a call. Let's talk. Let's see if there's anything that I can do for you. Know how you can help me grow my small business. I am a retired nurse and I look forward to working with you guys. So that's an upbeat from all of that beat down we just got.
Awesome.
Have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe.
Thank you. Hey,
we loved having you at the diplomat meeting the other day too.
Well, I tell you what, thank you. And the only reason I wasn't in person, I have a torn meniscus. And that's not new to me. I've been procrastinating for the last 8 years. When I retired, I said I had to do something before going to another surgery. So I'm trying to hang in there, guys, until December. And then I'll go ahead and do that surgery. But I'm trying to rest it up and hang out just a little while longer.
Well, thanks for
So
joining.
thank you for that.
Hey, Charmaine, I just read your comment. Listen to this. We got a silver medalist track and field superstar with us today. What was your event? Is Charmaine around? Well, if you click on holler at me, but I'd love to. That's awesome. Congratulations to you. Glad you're here. While I'm thinking about it, we got 2 new chamber staffers that have joined this morning, joined the month of January. I don't think I gave them a shout out in the month of January, but Rebecca Spence is joining us. You can wave, Rebecca. Rebecca is working our partner relations team, and Leah Kelly joined us. She's heading up our leadership Columbia. So we're excited to be growing here at the chamber. Got a good team, so appreciate them being here. And we've got, listen, I mentioned before we started, but I'm really honored to have Tim James with us. Tim runs the Casey West Columbia Chamber, my friend, and also is a council member for the city of Casey. So welcome, Tim. How you doing? What's news across the river?
Thank you, Carl. Good morning, everybody. First, my hat's off to Carl and the Columbia Chamber for, all the fascinating things that you guys do. When I was in retirement and came out to be able to work in the chamber world, the first phone call I got was from Carl, and he said that the bridge was not there to divide us, or the river is not there to divide us. We got bridges, and we're all one community. And he has worked that tirelessly in the past 2 years. And Carl, every time we get together, I just want to applaud you for that and thank you, because we are one big community. A couple of things that Carl mentioned, excuse me, the military state exemption for our military officers. If you have an opportunity to express how important this is to one of your legislators, please do. It is a workforce thing. Quality people are retiring every single day from the military and looking for a place to call home. Let's make South Carolina that place that they want to come to. These are excellent people to put into our workforce in a time that certainly we need it. I have reached out to the legislators that I'm in contact with, and I hope that you guys would do the same thing. This is a wonderful opportunity. It's really been on the back burner for some time, but as Carl mentioned, it's certainly moved itself to the front. I believe having some push from the business leaders would certainly help it a great deal. And Carl, I just want to mention something that many of you may already know, but if you don't, Tom Ledbetter spoke with us a couple of weeks ago in reference to Midlands Technical College having the 0 tuition for the workforce scholarships. This is great opportunities for business leaders to plug into with Midlands Technical College. It's federal monies coming down that we should be able to use. If you don't know about it, plug on to MTC, and their website tells you a great deal about it. It's a great opportunity to be able to get our workforce educated in certain areas that maybe they had not been in the past, but certainly at free tuition, you can't beat that price. So Carl, thanks a lot for letting me be with you as always, my brother.
Anytime. Thanks for being on, and good points there, the military and Midlands. And we're missing our friend Chuck, and I love to embarrass Chuck, but I'm jealous of him today. He is taking his daughter on a world-class trip there in Dubai. And so I was actually in the back of my head hoping he was going to log on just from Dubai, but oh well, I'll have to get him to take a picture, but good for him taking his daughter on a trip. Let me point out a couple other people I want to give a shout out. My friend Randy Halfacre, grandpa, had a grandkid this week. Congratulations. I hope family's doing well. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out. Doug Stone has joined us. I see Doug, I hadn't seen you in a while, but good to see you. Thanks for joining today. Longtime advocate and director of the Boy Scouts in the Indian Waters. So thanks for being on today. What else we got? Anybody have anything for the good of the cause?
Yeah, hey, Carl, the Gamecock men's basketball team is the CBS national game tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock.
Against Tennessee?
Yep.
Because we got the Whiskey Wars going. I think they're playing Tennessee on Saturday, and Tuesday they're playing Kentucky.
Right. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock LTX.
Great. Thanks for that.
Yeah, Carl, I have something.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so excited to announce that, many of you know about the Comets Don't Miss Your Shot campaign to help people have access to get their COVID-19 vaccines. And since February of last year, we have served more than 10,000 residents of the Midlands with either their vaccines or with testing.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you.
Carl, this is Lynn. Good
Hey,
morning.
Lynn Hutto.
Carl, I just want to publicly say thank you to, I think I see Rusty Griffith and David Belton. They're two of our volunteer coaches for our Minority Business Accelerator program. So I just wanted to shout them out and publicly say thank you to them for volunteering their time and efforts to that program.
Well, we're delighted about that program, but really appreciative of Rusty and David for your help and and lending your time and talents to others. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Rebecca Jordan, I hope your ears have been burning. You missed one of these things and you get called out. Tell us what y'all are doing. I know there's been a national shortage. How things going at the Red Cross?
Yeah, we are experiencing a 10-year low on blood supplies right now. And we have a colleague whose son has sickle cell anemia, and she actually made the national news, but they were in the hospital and he needed a blood transfusion and there wasn't blood available. So it's very, personal when it's one of your colleagues' children. He had to wait 2 days to be able to get that transfusion. So, we're continuing to push the message about giving blood. You can give if you've had the vaccine. I know there's some question about whether you can still give if you've had the vaccine, but you can. We're partnering with the City of Columbia and the new mayor on a blood drive on Friday, a week from today, at the Columbia Convention Center. I sent Susan bombarded her emails this morning, sending her some information about that. And then we have one with the Columbia Armory on the 8th, but we're just really pleading for people to come out and donate blood. And a lot of people say, I'm scared of needles, but it's really, it's only about 10, 15 minutes that is actually in your arm. The rest of it is processing your information. So you can go to redcrossblood.org and find a blood drive near you, but come out and support the new mayor and the City of Columbia on Friday.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, David, good morning. Is it Priggy? Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hey,
It's David
welcome.
Briggy. I am brand new to the chamber, the Columbia Chamber, and I am the new Director of Career and Technical Education in District 5 of Lexington and Richland counties. And we have a full gambit of different high school programs and internship opportunities for our students. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. We're here to support the Columbia area and Richland, Lexington County business people. We can help provide training. Well, I say training for high school students and middle school students, and we can tailor training to what you need. So we can help build that pipeline that we have such a shortage of entry-level people right now.
Great. Well, listen, appreciate you joining today. Glad to have you. And I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize the board chair of the chamber. Gene Cecil Frick is on as well. So thanks for joining this morning, JC. All right. Well, guys, this has been helpful and good intel today. So thanks so much for everybody joining today. We will enjoy the warmer, wet weather. At least we don't have to deal with ice and sleet this weekend. That's a nice reprieve. But enjoy the weekend. Stay healthy and safe. Lock your doors. on top of getting your shots. Don't drive them in the left lane, and y'all be safe. All right. Enjoyed being with y'all today. Thanks so much.
Yeah, we'll see you at our
you.
hotel next Friday.
Leanna, we got you. We'll see you there.
Have a great day, guys.